what's going on, y'all? Jimmy Macro, Marcus Cash. Time for the March 4th edition of the All Elite Recap following AEW's Revolution. Well, I thought the show didn't do a lot to set up anything new. I thought it did do a good job of, number one, giving us a good show. And number two,
4 weeks in a row now?
4 weeks in a row. 4 really good shows in a row, although this one did not look like it was going to be.
Yeah.
On paper.
On paper, this was looking rough.
Indeed. And it built off some of the feuds we already had. One really well, and one, they were all fine, I thought, actually. Open with Moxley, giving a very, what's the word for it?
White meat.
Yeah, very...
White meat Moxley.
Very just babyface promo. I didn't hate it. The fans seemed to like it.
I was over it immediately. It's not my title. Yeah, it is. It's not. It's your title. No, it's not at all.
I didn't do anything. I get it. I guess. I did enjoy Jericho and his typical ridiculousness because it's very unfair that Moxley had 2 eyes.
Yeah, he's training his own one eye.
Jericho's fantastic. And a master strategist. He plays fucking internet nerds better than anybody. You know what, if I lose, I'm gonna go away for 2 months. No, 1 month. You know what? 2 months.
Yeah.
60 days.
Which was what you were calling for.
Yes. He was like,
so
nah.
Clearly they watched the review.
He just knows what he's doing. Jericho's one of the goats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stick with that. So then Moxley gets jumped before his tag team match with Darby Allin against Jericho and Sammy. Yeah. Laid out with no security arriving backstage to help, even though we've seen security arriving backstage before to save people. But you know what?
What? He was temporarily put to sleep by the Hager hug.
The Hager hug.
That's what we're calling it.
That is what you're calling it.
The Hager hug.
And as awful as that move looks on a wrestling show, Hager hug might fit, actually.
Yeah, it fits perfectly for that move.
We gotta change it. He was talking about adding a slam to it.
Yeah. If you add a slam to it, make it kind of like Johnny Stamboli-ish, like Forget About It. Uranagi slam. Uranagi side slam.
Now, is it me, or if you just build it up enough, eventually it will get over? Because, like, if I told you a full Nelson got over, you would call that ridiculous. But the Mastermind got over.
But it got over. The Master, like, I think got over because there was retching to it and, like, throwing typically the cruiserweight that was in it left to right.
And he was a gigantic man.
Right? And he was a gigantic guy, right? Who was in shape. Like,
Jesus.
This is literally, I'm going to hug you as I whisper into your ear and you whisper into mine about this finish, and then you drop to a knee before a ref just calls for the bell.
So we don't like to finish it.
No, it stinks. The Hager hug is definitely not a finishing maneuver. It's not a trademark or signature maneuver. This is just not. I would, if this was a video game, I wouldn't even put it as a strong grapple.
So fucking Darby has essentially a handicap match against Jericho and Sammy. I thought the match was very good. Yeah. I thought Darby came across like a star. Like he does every night.
Because he is.
Jesus, he's splendid to watch. And he loses though, as he should.
As he should, because it's 2-on-1, even though it was mostly 1-on-1 because Jericho's just picking spots, and when Darby's getting that rush of energy, Jericho's nowhere to be found.
What do you have thoughts with? Moxley comes out to make Miraculous make the save.
Of course.
He gets laid out again, which I liked.
Yes, because he's not ready. Jericho's not ready to go away for too much just yet.
Nope, sticking to my promise. Put him through. Was it a table? Pulled the stage to a table.
Yeah, they shield bombed him off of the stage. I believe it was through a table. Definitely concrete underneath that. But the shield bomb itself, while understated, I thought that was a nice touch. They kind of shield posed a little bit, but instead of the collection of fists, it was just middle fingers. Because apparently AEW is really into middle fingers this month.
Particularly this episode. I think the other big thing that I talked about earlier that I enjoyed was Hangman and Matt Jackson.
Yes.
They made a save against the Inner Circle earlier that night.
Which was odd.
Yeah, sweated. First of all, why didn't they come out at the end of the show? But we'll pretend they left. Their thing was done. You know, Matt Jackson ended up doing that.
They're right back yelling at each other.
Matt Jackson was saying, Heyman made the save his beer, put it on the ring post because
to hold his beer.
We didn't want it to drop.
Yep.
It's his.
When he did his business and got his beer.
Right, Matt Jackson was like, "Are we cool?" As he yelled it. First of all, I'm right here. I'm drunk. I'm not deaf. Stop yelling.
He's inebriated. To be fair.
You know what? Fine. Take this. Well, I'll take my beer. Get the fuck out of here.
Actually, take this as I take my beer and everyone else's beer along the front row with me.
He's fantastic. They cannot fuck this up.
They can't, but I think coronavirus might because he's just freely drinking everybody's beers. Yeah.
SCU had a match, right?
SCU had a match with Colt Cabana. So it was SC Boom Boom.
Why?
Guess that's the group name.
Why? And they took on
the Dark Order. All four of them.
The match was fine. I thought it was even good. There you go.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable. Colt Cabana got his spots in, which was fun.
You know, the Dark Jobbers, I'm not familiar with them whatsoever. And to be fair, AEW has not allowed me to not be not familiar with them.
That's a awkward way to say that, but okay.
They've never been featured in the ring, as far as I can tell. So, a lot of good spots. They're actually a lot better than I thought they were going to be. A little confused why they've been used 0% up until now on Dynamite specifically, considering they look like they're very capable.
Match essentially just to do the angle at the end. Well, it's a Colt Cabana showcase, and then at the end we got the more exalted one build up that he's not really happy about these results. First of all, okay.
Yes, he is not going to be happy.
It's a man, so number one.
Unfortunately, my Brandy Rhodes hope is out the window.
I love that. I didn't understand your realization about that. No.
Want her to be involved in something big and be a heel instead of being Dustin Rhodes' manager.
Downgrade. Definitely a downgrade.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having your own collective to be Dustin Rhodes' manager?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Do you even love me? Are you prepared me for a divorce? Probably.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Speaking of fucking Cody. Cody came out, he felt like he was going, first off, I know this is awkward, maybe you need to rewatch it, you need to rewatch it. It felt like his promo was going one way and then he just cut it short. And so I told him something else.
Yeah.
Right?
It felt a little different. It was like, yeah. So if MJF just comes out and tells me to my face that he beat me, and I'm like, does he need to? Because it happened.
What the fuck are you just talking about? Anyway. But MJF did not come out. Jake the Snake Roberts came out. And
with his cool kid's haircut.
And his leather jacket and looking like a mess on the streets. And cut a badass promo. First of all, the voice he has now. It's like, he was always like a rougher voice, but now it's just
all those cigarettes have finally caught up to him.
It's pure rasp and pure badass. He cut a fantastic promo on Cody, as he called him Caesar, with the most sarcastic deference as he possibly could muster.
Oh, hail Caesar.
Holy shit, that was fantastic. And then his closing. First of all, he's got a guy. You seem to think you know who it is?
My guess would be Lance Archer, or Lance Hoyt for the WWE heads.
He's still alive? Yeah, I've heard of Lance Hoyt. And I haven't watched wrestling in 15 years, so really?
Lance Archer, they signed him out of Japan, and he was supposed to debut on this episode, actually, according to their advertising, but I guess change of plans at the last minute. So Jake the Snake, the assumption was a tease to that reveal.
If this is the kind of promos he has in him, Lance Hoyt's going to be the champion very shortly. That was amazing. And then the closing shot was, I was told never to turn my back on somebody I respect or
trust or
don't
trust.
Or I'm afraid of. Turns back. And he didn't even wait for you to catch what he said. I turn back on somebody I respect, I'm afraid of. Turn immediately, toss mic. And Cody's face sold like, this motherfucker. I must say, Cody appears to be in, I know it's his company, so, well, partly his company. So, actually, it's not their company at all. It's fucking, what's Khan's? It's Khan's company.
Yeah.
He's the one that gets the paychecks.
But he's an executive.
He's an executive. It's a big deal. So it's in his best interest to build stars, and that's all he's been doing since he's been there. Starting with MJF.
Started with Darby Allin, actually.
Darby Allin, MJF, and now, I guess, Lance Hoyt.
This good guy, yeah. Yeah, so. And he's done with MJF because MJF has his sights set on Jon Moxley.
I assume this is going to be a, I don't want to say a detour, but like a side mission for you video game fans. There's no way that we're done with MJF and Cody. That's just not a possibility. That's just never going to happen. So they put it off for a month, maybe? A couple months?
A couple weeks, because each pay-per-view is 97 weeks away.
So I could see that. He cut a great promo though.
He did.
He mentioned Cody several times, which this is an obvious one. He insulted his neck tattoo. He had
He debuted a new t-shirt that I'm sure everybody's already buying.
He was fantastic. MJF, we have a disagreement on this. I still think it's too early to pull the trigger. You think you pull the trigger now. We don't even wait to see if he can get any more heat. He's got enough as it is. He's the most hated guy in the company. Maybe in wrestling, I don't know, I don't watch. Pull it now. Because I would be mad at it, but I just feel like you can't take the better of Moxley's shit. MJF should win the belt.
He can fall short. He doesn't necessarily have to win
I
the
love
belts
that.
just yet. But I'd like him in this title picture right now. And if Moxley keeps cutting these white meat babyface promos, then yeah, pull that trigger.
We have MJF. I love that. We don't want that. We don't want MJF to explain how white meat his babyface promos are. MJF seems to be the Deadpool of wrestling because you can just go outside of fucking shit and just mention how ridiculous things are. Talk about Cody's neck tattoo. Very insulting. I don't want to hear him insult Moxley's promos. I don't know if I want that at all. Maybe I do. I don't know. Probably enjoyable.
But yeah, Moxley needs to not do whatever it is he thinks he was doing that day.
You really not fucking with his promo?
That was horrible.
It wasn't horrible. Stop it. It wasn't your taste.
He was still a badass, right? Because he came out to the crowd and did the whole spiel and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He still has a badass persona.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's for the people, right? There's a disconnect. You're a badass or you're a white meat babyface. You're not a white meat badass.
So you want to be fucking Hangman-esque? This is about me, really.
I mean, he's a watered down Austin himself to an extent. So just ride that.
Oh, Jesus.
Without the whole I'm crazy. Just without that.
You know anything about Moxley, apparently.
But I'm tough. Just whatever. I'll fight anybody.
I like when he started with that. Yeah. Especially I'm here to fight. I'm the champ.
Fighting champion always works well. A little white meatish, but hey.
Well, I like the way his opening in AEW. I'm the best guy here. So
There you go. Come for that number one spot if you want it.
Arguably the second biggest heel in the company, as far as I'm concerned, behind MJF, would be Pac. Now, Pac has got a crew now of the Lucha Bros. They call themselves Death Triangle or
Triangule de la Muerte.
I fucks with this group so hard. I cannot explain how much you do. First of all, if you just tell them disparate, look it up, disparate parts. They don't look like they would fit. But when you see them together, it does. Like that works for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. It's because they all look like a mess in the wrong way.
That's evilness.
Evil. That's what they don't feel bad like bad guys. They feel evil.
Pac is definitely evil. I never understood what Pentagon was not strictly a heel from day one, right? He should have been presented as someone to never be cheered, right? Because that's it's a skeleton mask basically.
Let's say his dead mask,
right? He's should be extremely heel at all times from the beginning. Ray Phoenix, I think you're gonna have to work to make him a little heelish, but I think they pull that off. I don't know how anyone's gonna boo Ray Phoenix, but
yeah, it's gonna be rough.
It's
can't fight Orange Cassidy ever, Nick.
this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, because he's splendid.
I mean, I guess you could pick off Hangman at this point and then Omega.
Are we heading for a trios title? It feels that way.
Oh, I told you about this. Next year on the Jericho Cruise.
Right.
Gotta get all your trios in a row.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't feel like that. It's been like an explicit type thing.
But until then, you have Pac, who has an issue with Omega, who will have an issue with Moxley naturally, right? He can chase that singles belt. Lucha Bros can chase that tag team title. Until the trios belt comes around in the first place. Works.
I'm okay with that. The highlight of the night, despite all the other great things that happened, was obviously Go Baker. Obviously. First of all, not getting a proper amount of camera time, as she explained.
Yeah, she explained it.
It wasn't the greatest part of the night, obviously. But the match, first of all, finally, AEW doesn't give us a 15-minute match when it's not needed. Big Swole squashes the librarian, as it should be.
Yes. Yes. I've seen Leva Bait matches outside of AEW, outside of the librarian gimmick. I understand she's a decent women's wrestler. This gimmick is atrocious.
It is.
Every single AEW fan has let them know that this gimmick is atrocious for the guy and the girl. I don't understand the insistence. But
You got nothing better, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
How about
Yeah.
I like the squash.
Yeah, and it's a nice, clean, easy win for Big Swole and her awkward finisher.
Yes. Are we heading towards Big Swole and Goat Baker?
You can imagine so, if that's why she's out on commentary.
I fucking hope so.
I like Goat Baker maybe using her brain, since she's a dentist and she's smart, to stay away from Nyla Rose and not get run over. Not acknowledging the heel versus heel thing, but just like, I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm going to knock out Big Swole.
You can always use the rankings to back it up. I think she is the number one contender. Mulan. So you can do Mulan and Nyla and then go Baker. Let's keep herself occupied. Takes out Big Swole. Go Baker's not the greatest worker in the world. She's not bad. Big Swole's a little green, so I'm not sure how good that match will be.
It's going to be rough.
But to be honest, with their personalities, which they both have a lot of, you probably wouldn't have to do a match until they were ready. Probably hold that off for a month and change, quite frankly.
Yeah, actually.
It'd be a lot of fun.
They're both very into their characters right now, so it'd be interesting.
Big Swole has so much energy, like
so much. I love Big Swole's just commitment to her. I want to say character, but I don't know if it's just character. I think this is just her, and they just let her be her. And
yeah, like I feel like it could come off corny. It just doesn't.
It just feels very natural. So
yes.
Either fantastic at it, or this is just her.
Yeah,
and I'm here for it. Yeah. So big Swole fans here. Circling back for a second, because we mentioned Death Triangle, Pac, he went through Orange Cassidy at the pay-per-view. This week he beat Chucky Taylor.
Yes.
That's fun. A flabby gentleman. Fluff Bagwell.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So,
Fluff Bagwell. He's not fluffy. He's just a mess.
I'm fluff and I eat the stuff.
He's not fat.
Fluffy.
He's just not ripped.
He jiggles over his trunks.
He's
So naturally a Pac Trent match has to come up next.
Yeah. I feel like they were building that until Orange Cassidy got in the way again.
Yeah.
Sean knocking. That's the Orange Cassidy over anybody involved. Yeah. Pac versus Trent.
Maybe a trios match at that point. But the Lucha Brothers got a wrestle match too, so I'm concerned they might do the trios match before we get the Pac Trent match.
Well, to be fair, the best friends lost a lot of matches. I don't understand how you build to a Trent match.
I think he is ranked better than the other two though, individually, because Trent has a win over Ray Phoenix, doesn't he?
And every time he got into Chucky T's face, he was going over to Chucky T, or he got in Orange Cassidy's face, Trent would step in the way. And the fans did react, like, oh shit, yeah, Trent could take Pac. He can't. Or he shouldn't, dear God, now. I really want Pac to climb his card. stay a little lower to be with Death Triangle, I'm okay with that too.
I think Death Triangle could be his launching pad upward.
Ooh, there his inner circle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not getting the respect on his own. So now they're gonna take charge, take the bull by the horns. And plus, inner circle's kind of done, so now we need a different shape to ascend the rankings.
I like that. They had a fantastic night. Now they've only got 2 more months left, but hey, enjoy it while it lasts.
Circle's gonna be stepping back, and it's
what they need to do is fucking get rid of the Hager hug and they start setting up Hager as the guy. Once Jericho steps away, Hager's the guy. But I gotta be honest, I haven't hated Sammy as much the last couple weeks. He's grown on me. I think he's toned down a little bit, quite frankly.
yeah, it's he's gotten rid of the cell phone thing, which I appreciate.
It wasn't his pants this week though.
Huh?
It wasn't his pants this week.
But he's not like
Trying
to do the 630 with it in his hand or something foolish.
He's not a buffoon.
His tongue's sticking out a little bit less than usual.
This is true.
I do appreciate that. I guess. But it's disgraceful what they're not doing with Pride and Powerful.
Wow, disgraceful.
Yeah.
Well, their tag division's kind of all over the place anyway.
Yeah.
Dark Order and fucking.
Like, they're not even having matches. They just hired guns at this point.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Have a match.
You have so many tag teams.
Yeah.
SCU and Dark Order had a tag match.
You're right. We do have so many tag teams. And you know what's one of them?
What?
The tag team of the Natural Nightmares had a match against the Inner Circle. QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes. Why are these people on my TV?
How many guesses you need?
I got one guess for Dustin Rhodes. QT Marshall is a handspring over the top rope spot and nothing.
I assume he's friends with Cody in real life. It's the only way this makes sense.
Yeah, they're cool. But you know, there's another show, Dark. Put them over there. Even if it means I can only see Brady Rhodes on AEW Dark.
Isn't that a fucking shame? Isn't that gross?
Probably get some more viewers for that.
You know what? I tune in. At least for one match. I first the fact they have a name now makes me uncomfortable. Feels like they're gonna get at least more airtime.
Yeah.
Watching QT Marshall, he had a really good match with really good strong, but he had a decent match with who was it?
Was that MJF?
Feels like MJF.
Yeah.
But now we should keep going. Like he's still around. His Dustin's not great. There's so many more talented tag teams that should be in that spot.
Like, Private Party.
Do you know I love Private Party? I don't understand why they're not
Anywhere to be found?
See, that shit, it's gross. Oh, way higher on the card. Like, this is ridiculous.
Can't see who their third would be for a trio. Very intrigued to that possibility.
Rico.
Yeah, that's old. Rico?
I don't know anybody. Listen, I told you I ain't watched wrestling forever. Like, whatever the equivalent of Rico is nowadays.
Sunny Kids.
Do you have plugs, sir? There can't be anything else. That's the whole show.
Yeah, no.
Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe.